Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with another NFL reaction, and today we are looking at the SEC biggest stadiums. Well, I don't know if it's the biggest stadiums or just the SEC stadiums. I'm not 100% sure. I think SEC is Southeastern Conference. Again, I'm not 100% sure. Let me know down in the comments if I'm wrong. I know you guys let me know anyway. But as always, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, comment down below anything you want me to react to, and I'll try and get it done for you. But we'll stop waffling on. We want to watch more NFL. Let's watch the SEC stadiums ranked.
First Bank Stadium.
First Bank Stadium,
This is
40,000.
probably not a big surprise. The school isn't exactly known for its
that
love
looks
of
bigger than
football,
40,000 as usual.
and the stadium sort of reflects that. This basic horseshoe structure is not only the smallest stadium in the conference,
Smallest
it's also
stadium,
the
that's not
most
bad to be
boring
fair.
or the least interesting. Whatever way you put it, it's dull. If I had to come up with a positive, well, in a week or so it'll be celebrating its 100th birthday. So
100
it'll be
years
getting a
old.
letter from Davis Wade Stadium.
Davis Wade Stadium,
The
60,000.
oldest stadium in the conference doesn't
Oldest.
necessarily look the oldest, but
1914?
it's certainly not the most interesting design going round.
Jesus, man.
There are, speaking of underneath,
Oh, that's
the
a
team's
cool
original
stadium.
mascot,
I like
the
that
Bulldog,
one.
obviously,
I like it a lot.
I like you a lot.
Donald W. Reynolds Razorback
Donald W.
Stadium.
Reynolds Razorback Stadium,
This has recently
1938.
undergone some transformative renovation, which is a bit of a theme with the stadiums in this conference. Most recently, it was the north end zone seating
I like that
has been
badge.
rebuilt, as
Or
you can
logo,
see.
I should say. I like it.
The end zone seating is the stadium's strong point for
Oh,
sure.
that's nice.
I'm not Vaught Hemingway,
Walt Hemingway Stadium,
The
1915.
recent additions here are quite apparent.
60,000.
But even though they don't blend in very well, they have given what was a fairly simple single-tiered stadium some upper decks
like
that are
it.
not only
It
undercover,
kinda looks
but
simple,
have some nice red
but
chairback
as you know,
seats rather than the same old
I like
aluminium
simple.
benches.
Number 12.
Kroger Field.
Kroger Field.
That was the
61,000
lamest name for a stadium in
exactly.
the conference, but then Vanderbilt secured the first bank naming rights deal to take the cake. Perhaps not everyone is as obsessed with color as I am, but I think those blue-backed benches make a world of difference to the stadium's appearance,
Yeah, I like that.
compared with the plain metal variety.
100%. That looks good. It looks
I know it
neat.
makes little difference on game day,
Bang
but I
zaddy.
think it should be more common. Other than that, the stadium does have all its ducks in a row.
Faro Field.
This is quite similar to
1926.
Davis Wade, but it has
Jesus.
some more interesting features, including the only proper grass berm in the conference.
I don't know if I like
Most
that.
stadiums are just too big for one.
I don't know
And
if I
on
like
that
at all.
berm is the biggest letter M in the conference. Most teams don't consider oversized letters to be a priority. Jordan Hare Stadium.
Jordan Hare Stadium.
I pronounced it the proper way this time, even though it doesn't sound
87,000.
right coming out of my mouth.
1,000.
I don't know, I look at that name
I
and I
like that.
think Jordan Hare, but
like that.
when in Alabama. It does have a huge video board, and more importantly, some rather nice hedges along the sidelines. However, there's not
Hedges?
all that much else that stands out. It's a mostly bare concrete exterior, and despite Auburn having the best colors in my opinion, it's not all that vibrant on the inside.
I like it. That's a good stadium, especially when it's full. Williams-Brice.
Bryce Stadium. This stadium's
77,000.
biggest strength might be its nickname,
Close to
the
Old
Cockpit.
Trafford.
Not just because it's the
Very
home
similar
of the
numbers.
Gamecocks, but in the past, spectators up here could experience some turbulence, I guess you could say. Same
know,
as
I
you
don't
would
know
in a
that one.
cockpit.
I don't know what it is.
It doesn't have many frills, but it's a solid stadium nowadays.
Question.
I gotta ask you something.
Do a lot of the American football stadiums not have proper seats? Do they just have benches? Majority, well, of all the football stadiums I've been to, they've all got individual seats. So like just a normal like fold-up chair. You know, I saw one of them, the blue one. I can't remember what it's called already. The one that had the blue seats. They were individual seats, but are most of them like that, or are most of them like this, where it's just a bench? Let me know.
Gaylord family, Oklahoma
me?
Memorial Stadium.
Not
I do
repeating
much
that.
prefer its nickname, the
1923 and
Palace on the
86.
Prairie. Of
1,000
course,
people.
back in the early days,
That
it
looks
was
like a
just
class
a little
stadium.
house
I
on
want
the
to see
prairie.
more
But
inside
as you
though.
can see, it's quite grandiose these days. It is a large
that
disparity
looks
between
sick.
the outside and the inside in
I
terms
love
of
Stowe.
looks. But the recent renovations have made a huge impact. The stand behind the south end zone used to stick out like a sore
So
thumb.
again, they're benches, aren't they? Not seats.
Now it's probably the highlight of the stadium.
Or is it only one section has the benches and some of them have seats? Oh,
Neyland
I
Stadium.
like that.
Although the
Don't know what it
Tennessee
is, but I
Riverside
like it.
locale is quite serene, I haven't taken
101,000.
that
Oh
into
my
account,
god, we're getting
given that
big.
you
That's what she said.
when there are no fans in the
I
house.
like that.
They went a bit heavy
That
on
is
the
a W
beige,
stadium.
but there's still a decent amount of orange, most notably in those famous checkerboard end zones.
What's next? Number 6.
Ben Hill Griffin Stadium.
Ben Hill Griffin Stadium.
There's a lot to love about this place.
88,000.
Firstly, the combination
W
of
logo
modern
as
and
well.
traditional design elements, with the brick facade and the angular nature of the seating
I
bowl.
like that. It's different.
You also gotta love that
It's not-
vibrant color scheme of blue and
It's
orange.
different to the other ones.
But there is one downside. It's called the Swamp for a good reason. It's a hot and sweaty experience.
Ah,
It's just a
love it,
shame that
sweaty.
there isn't some sort of great tasting beverage that can not only hydrate you, but replace your electrolytes as well. We'll have to
surely,
make do with Gatorade for now.
surely surely they're sponsored by Gatorade with the name Gators.
Darrell
You have
K.
to be,
Royal
surely.
Texas Memorial Stadium.
Darrell K. Royal Texas Memorial Stadium.
This is a very similar story to Gaylord.
100,000.
Not just the impressive brick exterior, but the recent South End Zone expansion transformed it into a proper enclosed stadium.
Oh, that looks
Except
much
this one's
better.
a little better. They may have gotten rid of the Godzillatron, but it's been replaced with a wider screen, luxury suites galore,
That looks
and
so
just a
much
better
better.
looking stand in general.
LSU.
Tiger Stadium.
I've heard of
I
that
know
for some
this will
reason.
be enraging some Cajuns
So,
right now, who I
102,000.
assume would consider their stadium the best.
I do
And
like
for
this
good
stadium.
reason. It literally
nice
gets so
stadium.
loud that it confuses seismographs into thinking there's been an earthquake. But the structure itself
Oh my
isn't
God.
perfect.
I like that.
It's not in the best
I
condition.
don't know what it is, but purple and
and
yellow
the
just go
extensions that have
together.
been added over the years
Like the
don't
Lakers
really
as
gel
well.
together
Purple
well,
and
in
yellow.
my
I don't know what.
opinion.
It's really nice when
Having
they put
said
together.
that, it's still
Another
it's crazy to think
100,000,
that this
Brian
has a
Denny
capacity
Stadium.
of over 100,000
That's
and
nice
is only
again.
the fourth biggest in the conference.
I like it when it's all just consistent,
The
like
big
when it's all
curved
connected,
upper
not
decks
like
kind of remind me of the cricket stadiums in Australia.
Compartmentized. But different
It's a
compartments.
rectangular. Although the grand exterior is impressive, it isn't quite as awe-inspiring as the upcoming stadiums.
Oh, I don't think it's a bad stadium, though, to be fair.
Sanford Stadium.
Stadium, 92,000.
This one does just have a bare concrete
Oh,
exterior,
I
which I
like that.
mentioned as a negative earlier.
It just looks smooth.
But I just love
on
the way
right.
that it appears to have been sculpted into the undulating landscape,
I like that a lot.
as well as the view over the campus that some spectators are treated with. It also gets bonus points for the famous hedges that surround the entire
I
field.
don't know if I like hedges being
Yeah,
around the field.
Auburn has hedges, but
Weird.
not end zone hedges, which can only be achieved if your hedge funds are managed correctly.
Number 1, here we go.
Kyle Field.
Kyle Field,
Well, part of me didn't want to
102,733.
put this in number one.
He's
was
put it
my
in number
elbow.
1.
But it just has so much going for it. It's
Let's
the
have a look
biggest
at it.
stadium in the conference. It has the most impressive exterior. I mean, just look at that. A
That's a
good
nice
chunk of
exterior,
the
to be
stadium
fair.
is pretty much brand new. And there are more chairback seats than
Oh
at any
my
other SEC
God.
stadium.
It's
If
massive.
I had to try and point out a negative, well, the distribution of chairback seats leaves it looking a little lopsided, but that's understandable, considering what they have planned.
I don't know if that's the best one. It looks good when it's full, though. They all look a lot better when they're full. Well, they were the SEC stadiums ranked, apparently, so from 16 to 1. And I don't know if I think number 1 should be 1. I like my stadiums when they're just all connected, you know. It's just one big circle. I don't really like it when it's block, you know. Or like the horseshoe. I don't really like the horseshoe because you've got a gap at the end. I just don't think it looks right. Personally, that's my opinion. Let me know what you think, what the top SEC stadium is. If you don't know about them, then you've obviously just got that video there you could watch, and then let me know down below. Number 7 it was, Neyland Stadium. I think that was the one that I was on about. But that one was, lovely. But I do also like the LSU one, just because of the colours, purple and yellow. I do like that combination of colours. It just clicks in my brain, you know. I don't know what it is, but let me know what you think down below. Let me know what you want me to react to next. And as always, I hope you have a good day, a great week, and I'll catch you in a bizzle.